How you doing? Um, we got a new setup here. Good to see you tonight. Good to see you tonight. Good to see you tonight. Welcome to the dfree preview. I want to bring you up to date on our Debt-a-Thon. We've been here since Saturday. Each night I try to tell you a little something different about the Debt-a-Thon. Coming up Saturday, November 21st, from 11 to 4, all day. Now, you don't have to stay all day, but I want to show you that if you give me 15 minutes of your time on Saturday, I'll be able to help you with foreclosure. We'll be able to help you with credit card debt. We'll be able to help you commit to a 12-step process to gain financial freedom. We'll be able to help you turn your debt into wealth. Seriously, 15 minutes on Saturday. And so welcome. Ashley, welcome. Good to see you. Where's Kim? Where is Kim? I want to see Kim. Let me know when you're here, Kim. Welcome to YouTube. Welcome to Facebook. We're talking about Saturday, November 21st. Invite a friend. It's free. You know, no one asks me the question very often, why do you do this? And before I talk about another way we can help you on Saturday, I just want to answer the question in case it's on your mind. I do this for the same reason people rush home to see a football game. You know, I do this for the same reason people go bowling on Friday night, or used to go bowling before COVID-19. I do this for the same reason people get dressed up and have nowhere to go. It is my passion. It is my passion. I enjoy doing it. I enjoy watching people go from debt to wealth. I enjoy watching people go from being tenants to being homeowners. I enjoy watching people go from poverty to prosperity. And I enjoy it so much that I dedicate much of my time to helping them do it. If you enjoy something and enjoy people experiencing what you enjoy, then you'll help other people do it. So I live to see people do better, because there was a time in my life when I thought I would be where I was for the rest of my life. Have you ever looked at yourself and asked yourself the question, will things ever change? I have learned, besides God and religion and faith and all of that, I have learned that there are some things we can do. There are some thoughts we can think that create change, no matter what. I learned that from a guy named Schwartz. He wrote a book called The Magic of Thinking Big. And that book was not really about big thinking as much as it was about constructive, healthy, positive thinking. That book changed my life when I was just about stuck, and I was already a Christian. And so Jesus had changed my soul, but Mr. Schwartz changed my life. The Magic of Thinking Big. There was a section in that book that said, go first class. And I don't think I bought a coach ticket on purpose ever since I read that section of that. Go first class. If you're going to buy a suit, buy a good suit. If you're going to eat in a restaurant, eat in a good restaurant. If you're going to hang around friends, have good friends. First class friends, first class food, first class clothing. That's what I have lived to do two things. One, I have lived to enjoy a first class life, and I have lived to help others experience their own first class lives. You know, I have a course. Go to my website and you'll see a tab called Masterclass. Go to dbsoaries.com and you'll see a tab that says Masterclass. And when you click Masterclass, there's a course that says how to become a corporate director. And I did that because I've been on 7 boards of 7 different companies, and they paid me to come to meetings. And I wanted to teach other people how to do that. And so I decided to put everything I know on camera and we've got a whole course, and I meet with them from time to time, and I'm helping people become paid members of boards of directors. And I enjoy that. I enjoy it because I have been blessed. I am fortunate. And in that course, well, not in the course itself, but in the webinar describing the course, what I talk about is the fact that when I decided I wanted to be a corporate director, I began talking to people who I knew could help me, and the people in my life that I knew could help me reach my next goal did not lift a finger to help me. And the people that did help me were people that I barely even knew. Now, I'm telling you that there's someone in your life now, and there's someone in the community now that is dedicated to working hard for your success, and that would be me. And I'm volunteering to help you be more successful than you've ever been and ever dreamt you could be. And that's why I'm doing this. So dfree is our movement. You know the brand. You've been listening to me. Some of you have been here every night. And dfree stands for going from debt delinquencies and deficits and going to having bank deposits, earning financial dividends, owning real estate with your name on the deeds. It's freedom from and freedom to. And we're sponsoring this Saturday our first, not just our first, the first Debt-a-Thon. And all day we will be talking to experts about investing, about credit cards, about student loans, about foreclosure, about financial education all day. And the point is for you to call in. You can ask questions of our speakers, but more importantly, you can go straight to the exhibit area and get help with your issue. Do you know that there's over $1 trillion of credit card debt in this country right now? 44 million Americans have $1 trillion in credit card student loan debt. Well, it's also credit card debt. We have over $1 trillion in credit card debt and $1 trillion in student loan debt. If you are experiencing any challenge at all with your student loan, I want you to call us, contact us on Saturday. Now, Saturday, you'll be able to plug into the event, the Debt-a-Thon. It's like an online conference. And there'll be two ways you can connect. We'll give you a phone number you can call. When you call the number, you'll say, I'm calling from dfree. I need help with my student loan. Or you can stay right on your computer or your phone, and you can hit a link to credit counseling, and it'll take you to someone live who will chat with you online. And if it's a credit card debt, if it's a student loan debt, if it's a mortgage debt, any kind of payday loan debt. I just found out today that these folks will try to help you with your payday loan. Any kind of debt you have, especially if you're behind on your payments. Or if you just lost your job and you're not behind on your payments and you don't want to get behind on your payments, they can help you. They can call your creditor as an advocate. You know, when I was drowning in debt, and when I was getting mail from my creditors and didn't open the envelopes, I was literally afraid to make the call. When the IRS was looking for me, I knew they were looking for me. They sent me letters. They sent me certified letters. Then they just came to my bank and just took my money out my bank account. IRS, government. I hadn't filed or paid taxes in a few years, and I hadn't changed yet. And what I discovered was that the IRS, if you owe them money, they will come take their money. They'll go to your job and tell your boss, send us his money. And I was afraid to call them. And I was afraid to call them until actually a member of my church, lovely woman, told me she worked for the IRS. This was the first time I'd ever met anybody live who worked for the IRS. And you know what happened? When I saw her, friendly, quiet Christian woman, it 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 demystified the IRS. In my head, I said, if people like her are the ones who answer the phones, I shouldn't be as afraid as I am to call the IRS. And I'll never forget that. And she helped me, she and her husband, some of the finest people in our church. So what I want you to know is that Saturday is about contacting us so that we can connect you with people who will go with you by phone or by internet to the IRS. They'll go with you to your credit card company. They'll go with you to the payday loan company. They will go with you, or in some cases, they'll go for you. They'll be your advocate. They offer enhanced services. Now, dfree wants you to be free, and freedom is when you have more than you owe, when your assets are greater than your liabilities. That's what we call being in the black. When you're in the black, that means that you earn more money than you spend. And that's why we call this the In the Black holiday campaign. You know, I want to help you Saturday, and I want to help as many people as I can this year. But I'm going to tell you the truth. I can't wait till next year. I'm having such a good time. And I'm seeing things I've never seen before. And I'm thinking thoughts I've never thought before. Every time I see a Black Friday commercial, I get excited about our In the Black Friday campaign. And the reason I can't wait till next year is because next year we're going to start this in August. If they think they're going to start pushing Christmas sales before we start pushing back, we're going to start in August. They started with their In the Black Christmas shopping advertising before Halloween. I never seen anything like it. But we're coming for them. We're coming for Macy's. We're coming for Target. We're coming for all of these institutions that don't need your money. But they know that you've been conditioned. You've been tricked into believing that a $600 TV that's on sale for $400 is a good deal. That's not a good deal. It was too much when it cost $600. It's too much at $400, and it's definitely too much if you have to buy a $400 TV on a credit card that's going to charge you 18% per year to buy the $400. By the time you finish paying off the credit card, you've spent more than $600. The money you thought you were saving because it's Black Friday is the money you pay in interest. And when you are paying interest on credit and you're drowning in debt, you're not in the black, you are in the red. I didn't make that up. That's an accounting term. If you own a business and you spend more money on your products than you get in your sales, your business is in the red. If you're in a church, I don't care how religious and holy you are, how close to God you are. If you are in a church and your church spends more money than it brings in, your church is in the red. And I believe that if, you know, a lot of really fancy Christians say, you know, I'm just believing God. We're going to be the head and not the tail. We're going to be the lender and not the borrower. You're not going to lend anybody a dime. I don't care how religious you are. I don't care how much you pray. I don't care how holy you are. If you spend more money than you earn, you are in the red. Now, let me give you a hint for 2021. In 2021, we're going to spend a lot of time teaching you how to increase your income, how to make money off of real estate, how to really manage investments in the stock market, because after you've budgeted all you can budget, save all you can save, planned all you can plan, you still need money. And the more money you have, the more you can take care of your family's needs and you can support other people. You know what's most embarrassing to me now? I'm embarrassed that I wore nice clothes and the clothes on my back were worth more than the money in my bank account. I'm embarrassed by that. I'm embarrassed by the fact that when my mother was 44, my father died, I couldn't buy her a dinner. And if my father didn't have life insurance, my mother could have gone homeless. I'm embarrassed by that. I'm embarrassed by the fact that in our church, every week we would quote Malachi 3:10, will a man rob God? Yet ye have robbed me in tithes and offering. I was teaching tithing, but I was not practicing tithing myself. I'm embarrassed. I confess I was a hypocrite. I'm embarrassed by that. But you know what's most embarrassing to me? I'll tell you. In addition to all of those things, what hurts me most when I look at the NAACP and all of the work that that organization has done for over 100 years to protect our civil rights. When I look at the United Negro College Fund and all of the young people that have gone to college because the UNCF has helped them. When I consider all of the great charities, when I look at the churches, when I look at community organizations, I have a friend named Carolyn Wallace who she and her husband, Jim Wallace, way back in the early 1970s, formed an organization called the International Youth Organization right in the heart of the city of Newark. And at 85 years old, she's still running that organization. You know what embarrasses me? What embarrasses me is that I was so busy trying to dress in nice clothes, drive nice cars, go nice places, have nice vacations. I was not in a position mentally, not financially, mentally, I was not in a position to write a check to support any of those organizations. I had never given the NAACP one dime. That's why before COVID hit, whenever the NAACP asks me to give a speech for one of their dinners, I never charge them a dime. I don't accept an honorarium. Whenever a black college invites me to come and speak, Morgan University has been inviting me to kick off their financial literacy program every year in Baltimore, Maryland. I pay my own way, I take my own food, and I accept no money from Morgan State University. Nothing. When I go to churches to speak, I never charge. I'll accept a little love gift, but I don't have a fee. I've never put a fee on my head because I believe God has been too good to me to charge my own people so much money that they can't afford me. And I call myself having something to benefit them. And I'm embarrassed that it took me so long to be that way. But when I started out, I was so broke, I had to take whatever anybody offered me all the time. When I started out, I'd go to preach to 3 dogs in a phone booth if I could make $15 to buy some lunch. Just hustling. And I'm embarrassed by that. But I thank God. My testimony is I once was lost, but now I'm found. And on Saturday, if you have any debt at all, if you're behind on your payments, if your payments are higher than they should be, and you can't afford to make your payments, or if your job or your business is getting shaky, and you can see 2 or 3 months from now, you're going to have trouble making those payments. You need the Debt-a-Thon. The Debt-a-Thon is for you. You can talk to a debt counselor, you can talk to a housing counselor, you can speak with a student loan debt counselor, you can speak to a counselor to help you figure out where you are. That means that between now and Saturday, I want you to make a list of all of your debts. A counselor can't tell you what you owe. Then when you contact the counselor, I want you to just say, it'll take 5 minutes. Hello, dfree connected me to you, and I owe Visa this much money, Macy's that much money, American Express this much money. I owe Aunt Lou that much money. I owe GMAC that. Make a list of all of your bills. Tell them how much you make. I only make $500 a week. And then let that person begin helping you with a strategy that you can take to Macy's and take to Visa and take to MasterCard and take to Aunt Lou and take to GMAC, so that by Sunday morning, just like Jesus got up from the grave, you can get up from your debt. And for the first night in a long time, you hook up with us on Saturday, you can sleep like a baby Saturday night, because you know you're on your way to financial freedom. Listen, the event is called the Debt-a-Thon. The campaign is In the Black Holiday Campaign. We're going to have an In the Black Friday. You know, Black Friday is next week. So you only have a week and 2 days to call the devil a liar. Black Friday is going to be in the Black Friday. You go to mydfree.org, mydfree.org, all one word, thank you, Kimberly, mydfree.org, and you'll see the banner in the Black Friday, in the Black Holiday Campaign, Debt-a-Thon. You click it, you sign up, it is free. And then you post it on your YouTube page, on your Instagram page, on your Facebook page, put it somewhere, and get your friends. We already have, we've got dozens of people already signed up to, what did she say, to talk to, for the Credit Builder program. Dozens of people have signed up. We have a partnership with a financial technology company, and right there from the comfort of your home, you can sign up and become a part of a program to increase your credit score, 1, save money, 2, invest. We call this entry-level investing, 3, all at the same time. We've been talking to these people for almost 3 years, and we finally have it set so that we feel comfortable offering it to you. I'll give you another hint. I was in a meeting this afternoon, because I'm preparing for 2021, where we have a hookup with a company. We'll introduce you in about 2 months, where you can save 20% on your electric bill without doing anything different. All right, that's a different subject. This Saturday, November 21st, I want you to sleep. You know what I want? I want you to sleep so well Saturday night that you send me an email Sunday morning and say, I'm resurrected from the tomb of my debt. Just like Jesus got up from the grave, I've gotten up from my debt. Those of you on Instagram, what I'd like you to do is share this with your friends on Instagram. Make my story your story. I think I'm saying it right. Those of you on YouTube, share it. Those of you on Facebook, share it on your page. Make it a part of your whatever you have that pops up when other people are looking for something else. But thank you. Pray for us. Everything's free. We're spending tens of thousands of dollars on advertising. Thank God for Prudential, our corporate partner, and a few other key partners that help us do this. And I think that's it. I'll answer a question. Do you have any questions? Hey, Jade, how you doing? Any questions? I have a 7:30 presentation I've got to give to some men in North Carolina about this. Hey, Deborah, how you doing? I'm just greeting. I don't see anybody on this side, but I see plenty of people on Instagram. Wonderful. Good. It's good being able to see people. You know, Bishop Hilliard used to always say, hey, Bishop Cannon. Bishop Hilliard would always say hi to me when he was talking on live at night. I couldn't figure out how he knew I was there. And now I see it. Hey there, Sister Stevenson, good to see you. Now I can see how he knew I was there, because I can see you too. Wendy, good to see you. Bishop, you've been with me almost all week. All right, let me put this up now so you can see it. And maybe you can copy this. Can you copy this and place it somewhere else? Penny, let's see. When I took the class in '97 at First Baptist by Ron Hill. Oh my goodness. You remember Ron Hill? I owe $2,500 to Citibank. I've been free ever since then. Penny, thank you for saying that. Let me tell you what Penny's talking about. You see, I got to the church in 1990. This is very important. Thank you, Penny. I got to the church in 1990. And like every preacher, you know, I talked about money. dfree didn't start until 2005, but it's not like I waited from 1990 to 2005 to talk about money. I preached about money. We had guest speakers. Roland Hill from Dallas, Texas, wrote a book, I think it was called Theoeconomics. He and his wife came, they did Vacation Bible School. I've always been concerned about money, and I've always tried to share with our members about money, but it wasn't until 2005 that God really gave me a coherent package that had three characteristics. Number one, it was a brand. You see, we live in a brand conscious society. And what I discovered was that people like Penny, they would come and learn and apply it, but Penny's not normal. Most people would either ignore it or they'd come and then, you know, they'd say amen, nod their heads, and 2 weeks later it's like it never happened. So we needed a brand. We needed something that could go on t-shirts. Next year you'll be able to get more paraphernalia, dfree mugs, dfree t-shirts. We might have some now. So one, we needed a brand. Two, we needed a curriculum, and a curriculum that didn't just talk about money, a curriculum that talked about biblical principles, a curriculum that helped our mentality. You know, our curriculum, we talk about, for instance, compensatory spending, where we spend money to gain significance in the absence of recognition or significance we get in other places. Some people call that, for instance, retail therapy. We talk in our curriculum about conspicuous spending, where we spend money for status. In my book, I talk about being addicted to having shirts like this that had a picture of a man on a horse holding a stick. If this shirt had that picture on my pocket, this shirt would have cost $40 more just to have the picture. And I decided that I was a fool to pay $40 more to have a picture of a man on a horse holding a stick on my shirt, playing a game I don't even understand. I've never been to a polo game in my life. So that's principle. We needed a brand, we needed a curriculum, and as a people that have been coming up the rough side of the mountain since 1619, we needed a movement. And if you go to the $1 billion paydown platform, what you'll notice, we built a technology platform that does for us in the area of finances what the March on Washington did for us in the area of civil rights. You know, the March on Washington was powerful because it was a whole group of people. And I believe that our chances of elevating our economic status are increased when we do it in groups of people. When the whole church decides to buy black, when the whole church decides to get out of debt, when the whole choir decides to invest instead of spending, when the whole sorority chapter decides to do better. That's when we do better. You can do better by yourself, but you can do better when the whole group of people is moving in the same direction. And Penny, I forgot about that. I'm so glad. Thank you for that reminder. Penny came to Vacation Bible School in 1997, where we had a wonderful couple, Dr. Roland Hill and his wife. They were in Dallas, Texas then. I think Roland has moved since then. And they taught from their own book and their own materials about biblical principles of finance. And she's been debt-free ever since 1997. That gives me great joy. Debbie, once you sign up for free, is the course or information free, or is there a fee for the services offered? It varies. It depends on how much help you need. In the case of the credit counselor, there are fees after you and the credit counselor come to an agreement on your strategy, there may be a fee. This organization is a nonprofit organization, so they're not charging fees to make a profit. If there is ever a fee, and you'll just ask them and they'll tell you what it is. If there's ever a fee, it's to cover expenses. You know, it does cost. This costs money. What we're doing Saturday is costing us a lot of money, but we raise the money from other people, basically rich people, to help our people. But all of what we do, the D-Free course is free, the $1 Billion Challenge is free, the housing counseling is free, the financial advisor is free, and if there's a fee, it's only after you start doing business. What else do we have? The credit score is free, but you're making an investment. So the fee is something you pay to yourself. Just come check it out. You'll see. And if you think the fee is inappropriate, then just, it doesn't cost anything to check it out. I can promise you that. All right, Debbie? All right. Listen, I've got it. William Green, need your knowledge and vision in Connecticut. Oh, Beverly's son. Good to see you. Man, your sister's killing us on Sundays. But listen, we can't come to Connecticut. It's COVID-19. So bring Connecticut to us. People in Connecticut have computers, they have iPads, they have cell phones, and they have telephones. So Brother Green, I'm deputizing you as a D-Free ambassador. Bring Connecticut to the Debt-a-Thon on Saturday, because all of our resources are national. Doesn't matter what state you live in. This is not just for New Jersey. This is for the country. Our credit counselors are licensed nationally. Our financial professionals, national. Debbie, are the fees a tax write-off? I don't know, but you can ask them. I need some tax write-off. So I'm when you find out, please tell me, because I need all the tax write-offs I can get. AC Smith, welcome. All right, who's up here? Ashley, I see you, Ashley. Bishop. I'm gonna get Bishop to come on live with me one night, because he's here right by my side. Hey, Joseph, good to see you. Good to see you. EJ, good to see you. All right, Aaron, good to see you. I'm doing fine. I'm doing fine. Don't forget us on Saturday, Aaron. Stop by. Thank you, Debbie. Sign up and ask all of your questions to the experts. My job is to get you to the experts, and then your job is to ask them the questions you need answers to. It doesn't cost you to find out. It doesn't cost you to check it out. If you like what you hear, it could be life-changing. If you don't like what you hear, all you've done is wasted 15, 20 minutes. In fact, you haven't wasted it, because now you know don't listen next time. Pastor, how can I attend the North Carolina session? Oh, that's a good question. I don't know if there's a link or not. Listen, I just got the link about 2 hours myself, but it starts at 7:30. How can we help him connect to the event that I'm doing at 7:30 in North Carolina? Anybody know? I'll tell you what, AC, send an email to info@mydfree.org. And by the time we get the email, we'll find out where there's a link, because I think it's a men's event. We'll find out where there's a link, and we can send it back to your email, okay? Thank you. Are you in North Carolina? You in Asia? All right. Okay, team, I went longer than I should have. But let's send AC the answer to his question. How can he join us? How can he join us in North Carolina at 7:30? All right. God bless you. God bless all of you. I'm glad to see you. Hey, Jay, you were very kind to me for my anniversary. You said some nice things, and I'm saying back to you, happy birthday. Ashley, how are you? I haven't seen you in church. Chris Smith on a 5-minute break. No, our event, Chris, is Saturday. Lord, Saturday, the 21st, day after tomorrow. Okay. Linda, God bless you. I love all the Ruffins. Your mother could cook. Lord knows your mother could cook. First person I ever ate dinner with when I came to First Baptist was Sister Ruffin. All right, Kimberly. All right, let's go. I'm going to prepare. Wait a minute. Kathy, as of January 1st, I'll be retired from teaching after 25 plus years. In April, I'll be 60. Wonderful. Is it wise to collect Social Security or 62 or wait until you're older? Wait as long as you can afford to wait and get with a financial professional, right? And show that person, male or female, and they'll be there Saturday, show that person all of your income and all of your expenses. But my philosophy is to wait as long as you can to collect Social Security, because the longer you wait, the bigger the check is. However, I'm not a financial professional. I'm giving you the advice that I gave myself. You talk to a financial professional and tell that person how you plan to live and what your expenses will be and what your income will be. And then you and that professional make a decision about your Social Security. My brother just turned 66 this week. And at 66, he's eligible to collect what they call full Social Security. And I've been trying to catch up with him to see if he has decided to collect his Social Security already. He's so amazed that he lived to see 66. I just want to encourage him not to get stuck celebrating, but make some 66-year-old decisions. But check with a professional. Always talk to a financial professional who will require that you answer a lot of questions to make sure that professional knows enough to give you a good answer. I know enough to give you the answer based on my own experience, but a professional will know even more, because the professional will ask you a list of questions and then look at the answers and give you informed advice, like the doctor. You know, you go to the doctor and say your foot hurts. The doctor's going to ask you 50 questions. Did your mother's foot hurt? Did your other foot hurt? Does it hurt when you stand up? Does it hurt when you... The doctor's not going to just prescribe something because your foot hurts. A doctor worth his or her salt is going to get the history and the context before giving you advice. The same thing is true of a financial professional. Don't talk to somebody who claims to have a solution, like these cryptocurrency people who want you to believe that that is the absolute solution to everybody's financial problems in the world. Or the gold people, you know, the people that want you to buy precious metals and gold. You should always be careful of people who don't know anything about you, but they have one thing that can solve your every life problem. How they don't even know who you are. So be careful of those people. Talk to a legitimate, licensed professional in finance. Some firms call them financial advisors. Some firms just call them financial professionals, but make sure they have a license. You wouldn't want to ride in a taxi or an Uber if the driver didn't have a license, and you don't want to start making financial decisions unless your advisor has a license. Series 7, Series 65, Series 66, Series something. All right. Listen, God bless y'all. Share it, please. If you love God and want to go to heaven, share the information with your friends and your enemies. And I'll see you tomorrow night. Let's see, what am I doing tomorrow? I think I'm going to do a little something during the day. Tomorrow night at 6, we'll be talking concretely. Oh, I know. I have one more subject that I didn't discuss this week that we're going to discuss Saturday. I want to share that with you tomorrow night. And then Saturday, 11 to 4, and we'll be glad to see you. God bless y'all. Thank you for joining. Pray for me. Bishop, let's bring you on live soon, all right? Yes, sir. I'm not going to sing the traditional Christmas song. I'm singing, I'm dreaming of a black Christmas. The goal is by Christmas to have your debt resolved and have a professional keep the bill collectors off your back. To be a black holiday season is for black people to make a commitment to be in the black. Let's do it.